armpits, the bullet coming out the other side of his chest. His partner is hit twice in the right arm, but she returns fire and wounds the gunman. Mayor de Blasio, no doubt speaking for a grateful city.
We saw officers doing their job, protecting the people of the city with incredible bravery.
Roger Stern, 1010 wins at St. Barnabas Hospital in the Bronx.
Police have not released the names of the officers. Holiday season has a lot of health experts worried with concerns about a possible spike in COVID cases despite vaccines. The worst spike of the pandemic came after last year's Christmas celebrations. City Health Commissioner Dave Choksi urging people to get vaccinated, be tested before and after gatherings, and plan to mask and follow other precautions around the most vulnerable member of a group, whether it's a senior or somebody with a weakened immune system. And he's not the only person worried about gatherings.
2 in 3 Americans will spend Thanksgiving with people outside their household, and about half of those say that could include unvaccinated guests. If family members are unvaccinated, immunocompromised, or elderly, the CDC recommending wearing masks, possibly gathering outdoors, and getting tested ahead of time.
Status correspondent Ariel Rochef. The nation has already had more COVID deaths this year than in all of 2020, even though vaccines have been available since April. Also this morning, word from Britain's independent newspaper that the European Union's drug regulator has just approved the Pfizer vaccine for kids aged 5 to 11 there. That clears the way for immunizations of elementary kids in Europe. 3 men now face possible life sentences for the murder of unarmed black jogger Ahmaud Arbery in Georgia. The jury verdict yesterday has Arbery's family grateful today.
Giving thanks on this Thanksgiving. The father of Ahmaud Arbery, Marcus Arbery, outside the courthouse yesterday, thanking all those who kept his son's name on their hearts and minds. Civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump says the guilty verdict for Ahmaud's murder were worth all the family had to endure.
Character assassination, long legs with dirty toenails.
Descriptions given by a defense attorney for one of the 3 men now convicted of Arbery's murder.
Derek Dennis there reporting from Brunswick, Georgia. President Biden says the guilty verdict in the racially charged case shows the justice system is doing its job. He added, though, that the country must now recommit to building a future where no one fears violence because of the color of their skin. With news time, 8:48. U.S. Postal Service says it's ready for the holiday season.
We'll get everything delivered. That's the promise of the USPS's Stephen Doherty, who admits things didn't move smoothly last year.
COVID, which created an increased online ordering, and it also created employee impacts.
But Doherty says this year the post office has added 40 new annexes for processing, 112 new postal sorting machines, and
we're looking to put on another 40,000 people just for the holidays.
The post office expects 25 billion letters, cards, and packages this season.
That's correspondent Chuck Stevenson reporting. Last year, the Postal Service said it shipped more than 1 billion packages nationwide over the season. Sweden's first female prime minister resigned yesterday after less than 12 hours on the job.
Instead of celebrating victory, Magdalena Andersson quickly found herself in the midst of a political crisis. Her centre-left government saw its budget voted down by Parliament in favour of an alternative proposal from right-wing opponents. Then its coalition partner, the Green Party, quit the government, saying it didn't want any part in that budget because it was partly negotiated by the nationalist Sweden Democrats.
That is correspondent Maddie Savage reporting. Swedish leaders expect to have some kind of announcement on what will happen next later today. Wins News Time 8:50. Traffic next.
I love my family. They're funny, sweet, smart, even smell nice. But I hate holiday shopping for them. But ho, 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 not anymore. Because I discovered the perfect holiday gift for my entire family. Skechers. Skechers have affordable, comfortable shoes that will make checking off your gift list easy as pumpkin pie. The kids go crazy for them. They have shoes that light up and sparkle, shoes that slip on and off, shoes that look cool. Forget about toys this year. Skechers are just as fun and no assembly required. And they're not just for kids. Adults love them too. They've got cozy slippers, comfy winter boots, sneakers for walking, running, outdoors, exercise, and all sorts of work footwear. Or if you're lucky enough to play golf, yep, Skechers has those too. And they all have the exclusive fits and features your family will love. They've got relax fit, wide fit, stretch fit, arch fit, and even max cushioning that feels like you're walking on clouds. Plus they come with Skechers exclusive air-cooled memory foam for ultimate comfort. And the machine washable. So this year give Skechers to everyone. Find them at Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Wins News Time 8:51. Traffic and transit now with Russ Meyer.
Well, our big story traffic-wise this morning has been on the FDR Drive northbound side, over by 111th Street. We've got a crash, been out there for a couple of hours now. Right now, the right lane is closed. It was 2 lanes closed, but we're down to a single lane block. But nonetheless, we have delays down to around 79th Street as a result. Southbound FDR is doing okay. Westbound Highway, Henry Austin Parkway, no problems to report. Check out the Bronx thoroughfare showing no issues on the Bronx and on the Bruckner. And here's what we feel like on the Big 3. Everything doing okay on the LIE, Northern State and Southern State. Here's what you need to know about these bridges and tunnels. Those heading into Brooklyn or into Staten Island by way of the Verrazano Bridge. Everything okay. No problems to report at the Goethals Bayonne Bridge or out-of-bridge crossing. And we do have also the side parking will suspended for today, including the meter rolls. I'm Russ Meyer at Export 901 on Tintin Wind.
Insurance companies gladly collect your premium and then lowball you when you've been injured.
Now the AccuWeather 4-day forecast with meteorologist Dean DeVore.
All right, this is a beautiful day. Enjoy it, give thanks, because we're going to get some rougher weather. First the cold, and then some problems traveling, I think, late Sunday night into Monday with some at least wet roads, if not slushy, but slippery the farther you go inland. We'll talk about that as we go through the weekend and come back, but just enjoy today. If you're heading out to the parade route, everything's coming up. We'll end up around 50 at midday when comes through Herald Square, and then it will be up to 54 this afternoon. Dry early this evening, rain towards midnight, overnight into the first part of tomorrow, and then blustery turning colder. 40s end up in the upper 30s by the end of the day. Real feels in the 20s by evening. Real feels 20s and 30s Saturday, cold and gusty. Sunday's cold and dry through about late day or afternoon or evening, and when the precipitation comes in. 42 today on Thanksgiving, going up to 54. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore on New York's weather station, 1010 Wind.
Not the best Thanksgiving ever for Mets fans, Tintin Wind's Mark Renee explains.
Yeah, Kathleen, especially their biggest fan, owner Steve Cohen, who hit the tweet button Wednesday in an apparent reference to the agent for Steven Matz. The former Met trading his Blue Jays uniform in for a Cardinals kit, reportedly signing with St. Louis for 4 years and $44 million. SNY's Anthony DiComo said it's not how he would have handled it.
I think contract negotiations with players, are intended to be, for the most part, private. They involve a lot more than dollars and cents. There's a lot that goes into these things, and even if there was a promise given, it's probably better off for future interest, for future business dealings, to address that privately as opposed to really lashing out in a public forum.
But he added, and frankly, I couldn't agree more, from an entertainment standpoint, this stuff is great. Mark Renee, 1010 Wins Sports.
Getting gift cards or giving them? Well, every year scammers are waiting for you. They trick millions of people out of millions of dollars in gift card payments.
A lot of these scammers will pretend they're from the FBI or the IRS. They might say that they have hacked into your computer or even offer to fix your printer and then charge you a crazy amount of money in gift cards.
And to ensure they're warning you should never give gift card number to anybody over the phone. It's just like a credit card number. Don't give it out. Well, never mind eating the turkeys. Some animal advocates say people should be feeding the turkeys today. Gene Bauer of Farm Sanctuary says his group petitions to get birds pardoned and urges people to go to farms and feed them. He tells Tintin Wind.
At our farms in New York and California, we have celebrations for the turkeys, where they're the guest of honor, and we feed them a pumpkin pie and squash and cranberries and grains.
What? No tofurkey? Wins News Time, 8:55.
Holidays, family, traditions, it can all feel a little off these days. If you're feeling uncertain, stressed, or just kind of overwhelmed, New York Project Hope can help. Our website is filled with great reads and helpful resources. You can even click to talk with one of our trained crisis counselors. Whatever works for you. It's all confidential and free. nyprojecthope.org. That's nyprojecthope.org.
Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month per line. No contracts, no added taxes or fees. Includes nationwide 5G. Save up to 60% with Spectrum Mobile. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month. Call 855-438-2999 or visit a store near you. Offer valid for new customers on 2+ unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Savings based on 2-line comparison of unlimited plans from major national carriers as of 9/20/21. Prepaid excluded. Restrictions apply.
Winds east at 8:56 South Bloomberg Money Watch.
While Santa and the team prep for Christmas Eve, you could be hard-pressed to find a Santa entertainer for a holiday event this year. Mitch Allen is the founder and head elf at HireSanta.com. He and other Santa bookers have a common problem.
Interest in having a Santa Claus entertainer come to somebody's home, office, or retail location is up over 100% from pre-pandemic levels, and yet we have about 10% fewer Santas this year.
Demand for in-person Santa visits is back to pre-pandemic levels around Detroit, where Santa Randall says he's also staying busy online.
Live appearances have added on more than 2 years ago, but virtual is just as busy as last year.
And in New Jersey, Santa Mark Roger has less time for single appearances this year because he's working at a mall, but requests keep pouring in.
I'm getting about 25 a day. Santa is back.
Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Jeff Bellinger for 1010 Win.
Winds east at 8:57.
Do you have bad credit but need a new car? Do you have trouble getting a car loan for any reason? Call Credit Solutions, a division of Hudson Hyundai. It's easy to apply right over the phone, even if it's your first time buying a car. Call 800-951-4221. Tier 1 customers can drive a new Hyundai with just $68 down, like a Hyundai Tucson, only $68 down. A Hyundai Santa Fe, just $68 down. A Hyundai Kona, $68 down. Even a Hyundai Palisade, only $68 down. You can be driving a new car home today. Call 800-951-4221. That's 800-951-4221. All new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Call Credit Solutions for pre-approval today. 800-951-4221. That's 800-951-4221 or HudsonHyundai.com. Payments will vary. Credit severity affects approval. See dealer for details.
Business owners, here is a scary fact. Studies show that 85% of new customers looking for a product or service that reach a voicemail simply hang up and call the closest competitors right away. With the internet, society's patience is long gone. As business owners, we make personal sacrifices to succeed. Giving our potential customers to competitors due to missed calls is not an option. And in many cases, hiring a full-time receptionist isn't either. Now, introducing Abby Connect, the nation's top live receptionist provider. Abby Connect gives you a dedicated call answering team that is trained in your business at a fraction of the cost of a full-time receptionist. Having a live person answering calls can boost profits up to 95%. Stop losing opportunities. Call right now for a 14-day free trial with no setup fees, no purchase necessary, no credit card, and no contracts ever. 855-730-ABBY. That's 855-730-ABBY. 855-730-ABBY.
WINS, WINS HD, WNAW HD3 New York.
An Odyssey station.
Winds east at 8:59. Checking 1010 Winds AccuWeather for the rest of this day. Sun fades behind clouds. Clouds at times just thickening up. Temperatures rise to around 50 for midday for the end of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. A high of 54 this afternoon. Dry early this evening. Then rain comes in towards midnight, continuing overnight, and it's going to be chilly. Pretty nasty day on the way for tomorrow. 44 degrees right now. Sunny, going to 54 in Midtown. More people get their news from 1010 Winds than from any other radio station in the nation. Heather Bermudez is our service aide. Laura Italiano is our writer. Kyle McMorrow is the editor. And I'm Kathleen Marple-Kalb.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Winds, New York.
Good morning, 44 degrees at 9 o'clock, Thursday, November 25th, Thanksgiving Day. I'm Lee Harris. Here's what's happening. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is back for real this year, and it is about to step off. We'll go live to the starting line for team coverage. 2 cops recovering this morning after getting wounded in a shootout with a man who opened fire on them in the Bronx. They wounded him, too. In Inwood, 35 people will need to spend Thanksgiving someplace other than home after a 5-alarm fire tore through their apartment building on Post Avenue. Dr. Fauci has more advice on how to have a safe Thanksgiving.
You surround yourself with vaccinated people.
Then we have some tales of woe from the Butterball Turkey Hotline. Sports, the Nets and the Rangers won, the Devils lost. 10-10 wins, AccuWeather. The sun we have now will fade behind clouds. Low 40s here to start the parade. We'll have a high today of 54 in Midtown. Visitors on 901, now traffic and transit. Here's Ross Meyer.
Leaving off the eastbound and northbound FDR Drive over by 111th Street. A crash has been out there since around 6:30 this morning. Still has the right lane closed. Is what you need to know about bridges and tunnels. We have got all 3 Upper East River crossings doing okay. And here's what we feel on Island Big 3. Thumbs up for the LIE Northern State and Southern State. We have this report sponsored by Schweiger Dermatology Group. Traffic transit every 10 minutes on the ones, breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. I'm Russ Meyer on 1010 Win.
From the greatest city in the world, this is 1010 Win, New York's all-news station, with live team coverage of the spectacular Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
And without further delay, let's go to the starting line of the parade and Glenn Schuck and Julia Papa.
And good morning, Lee, and happy Thanksgiving to you, and happy Thanksgiving to all our listeners here. Thankful for you, of course, and appreciate here. I have to tell you, I am so fortunate here. We're in the 1010 Win position here, right next to Macy's position here, where they have the official, kind of like a platform they have set up here at 77th and Central Park West. Right in the middle of this, a young man named Tanner is the man who's going to be announcing when the parade is actually underway. He's pacing around a little bit here now as they have so many moving parts here on a day like this. Now, I'm looking out in front of the New York Historical Society here, which is maybe 100 feet away from me, and there are probably 5, 6, 7 deep now of people here with children on their parents' shoulders. This is a major turnout. If we were looking for an event that really shows that we're emerging from the pandemic here, this is going to be it. Of course, we've had other parades now, like the Columbus Day Parade and others that have had a pretty large turnout. This is massive. The bleachers here, right to my left here, where I'm standing here, are completely filled with people. A lot of them do have masks on. Macy's is telling people when they come out here they probably should keep a mask on because they're pretty packed in here. Vaccination not required if you're still coming out here, although I have to say, Lee, if you're coming out here, probably not a spot to do it. This is one of the busiest that I've seen in my time that I've been doing this. It's probably my 15th or 16th parade. As I look up north, up to the Museum of Natural History, thousands of people are up there. So anywhere I look, really, it is completely filled with people. And to tell you what we're going to be in for here when we get started, 15 giant character balloons, 28 floats, and of course Tom Turkey is the first float that will be leading off the event here, and then followed by a band. And then Ada Twist is a new balloon that has 90 handlers. That's part of Netflix. Ada Twist Scientist. This is a stunning balloon. I would say probably 4 or 5 stories tall. That's going to lead off the floats. Now, of course, 10 marching bands. The first one we're going to hear from is the Ann Richards Marching Stars, 120 of them. Going to perform one of my 80s favorites from Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Wanna